I think I'll be okay. I'm going to be probably a bit cautious and a bit nervous as we get closer to that point. I'm certainly doing this a lot more head on than what I expected. So Murrow really is, I suppose, laying to rest some of those ghosts. Inside, there's always been a lot of loneliness, not comfortable with myself, and really I'd say most of my life I felt like I've been needed rather than wanted. That love, that feeling of love and I suppose security and feeling a part of something has just been missing. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, and I was physically torturing myself. The next thing I remember is pulling up on Eastbourne seafront, and I think then it was about 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, the thought process trying to look back on the past as a kid, trying to work out myself where things had gone wrong. I think I highly blamed myself as well for being there and how my life had turned out. I remember putting the key for the car on top of the wheel. I didn't take it up with me. So I guess there was some thought process there that it was a possibility.
Just as we sort of a few hundred yards up, it just came to me that I had a photo of the children in the car.
Yeah.
And I remember just putting that on the back seat and locking the car and walking away from it.
I suppose really it's my children that kept coming up time and time again. It would be better for them if I've gone. I remember a couple of stages on the way up, walking up in the early hours in the morning where I did sit on a bench and just had 5 minutes and tried to focus and thought I was okay, and then continued to walk up a bit more. I think this might have been when my attitude towards it and my thinking changed. I think this is where it started turning negative. It wasn't just a one-off decision, but I think this is where I started getting those thoughts that I'm up here and no one knows I'm up here, and I don't think anyone would even know if I was gone. I think seeing this bench, I just knew I needed to sit back here and rewind the tape, as it were, and change that moment, re-record it in my head for the right reasons. I think the suicide didn't kick in until I was on the top of those cliffs. And those cliffs had been somewhere I'd often gone as a child on family holidays. It was quite a special place to my nan and granddad. I know as a youngster it was, I guess it's what you call my thinking place. But when I got to the top, I stepped over the safety wire. The next thing I remember is opening my eyes, and there I was sitting with like I am now, but my legs over the cliffside. And then the next time I contacted someone was whilst I was actually at the top, which was a cry for help. And that was to my lifelong friend Alison that I've known since I was about 6 years old. I think she was the only person I trusted. I remember her asking me where I was and saying I'm on top of the world. And I would say, looking back, that's probably one of the only points where I actually felt someone was listening and I felt safe. I was sitting down there looking down at the lighthouse, because that's why everyone goes up Beachy Head, really, to see the lighthouse, or a big part of it. I think for me, going back up there now is just to be at the top, look down at the lighthouse. Yeah. Meeting new people helped me enable myself to start communicating again. Pick the phone up, message, ask for help. That one phone call just for a normal catch up and say, look, let's meet up for a drink. That can be a big enough step to stop things progressing. I couldn't ask for a more nicer person to be with me on this journey. I don't think I would even contemplate doing this without Julie.